Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this morning. Got a big show lined up. Going to end the week on a good note, giving away some seafood I know you're going to enjoy. But right now, let's start with our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and a hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. We're looking at a high of 75, a low of 54, and get this, the water temperature at the end of the pier, 73. It's dropped about 3 degrees, and we talked about this wind and everything stirring up the water, moving the cool water in here, and that's what has happened. So dropped 3 degrees this week on the end of the pier. And we're going to talk about that later because the pier is going to be closed, but we'll talk about it later for a couple of days. Our river reading is brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. Good folks down there. We're looking at it. Apalachicola, Bluntstown, 1.6. It's just even and level, and you don't see anything moving with it. Choctaw at Caryville, it's still at a 0.9 this morning, and the same way with it. Look at it last week and next week is looking like the same, and don't have a lot of any rain forecast I see the next 3 or 4 days. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Friday, November the 3rd, good strong tides today, good strong tides tomorrow. These low tides, very interesting now. I've mentioned over and over again, with me living on a bay, the weather, the wind really dictates a lot of different things. Don't have to read the report, I just look out the window and see. But this north wind on these strong tides, on the low tide, it really pushes the water out of the north end of the bay systems, and you can wait out there 20, 30 yards without in the water. So it's like that in all of our bay systems with these tides moving and the wind blowing. Speaking of wind blowing, it's going to be coming out of the northeast at about 10. Let's go into our fishing game times in this segment right here, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. 4:20 to 6:20 this morning, and this evening 4:46 to 6:26. Okay, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's get it moving. We got a lot to put in the show today, so let's start off with some pictures. I always enjoy showing them with you, sharing the pictures. Some you send in, some I pick up other places. So this right here, Steve Barnett. How about throwing a cast net up there in Defuniac? We got J.B. Hiller catching them on Gold Hook. Down here, Steve Barnett, a one throw, big rogue mullet. He's saying all red rogues except one. Okay, that's when you just put them on the grill and smoke them. Man, that was good. Good job, Steve Barnett. Okay, coming up now, one of my high school buddies lives up in Quincy. This is over in Tallahassee, but he went ahead and sent it to me. They're going to have, this is the Leon County FCA, and they're having an annual Ernest Stevenson Memorial Pheasant Shoot, and I don't know a lot about it, but if you're interested in it, there's a phone number there. They're going to put out 300 birds, and it's a great fellowship, and it goes to a good cause, Destry Birch, and an 850 number there. Okay, and about a fish fry down in Caryville. This is tomorrow, across the street from the post office, to benefit the Seafood Work and Watermen's Association. It's going to be local wild-caught mullet, wild-caught shrimp. This is important to local seafood people because they're wild-caught right there. Okay, $10 a plate and $12 a fish and shrimp. Talking about squirrel hunting, I couldn't resist. Chicken of the tree. Lisa and Donnie Chapman, good friends of ours, they've went down, this was before the cold snap came in, went in the river in the afternoon, caught 25 brim, put them in the pot. This is interesting. This came from the Panhandle Hunters page. Keith Jones went up to hunt in Illinois. He got a $200 ticket right there for riding in the boat with a crossbow, not in a case. And it wasn't cocked or anything in it. And they slapped him with a fine. And anyway, he had his crossbow. And you got to, I guess, when you go to different states and all, you've got to have it in different rules and laws we got to go by. So be sure and check it out. $200 ticket, but not having it in the case. How about the snook? Here's another picture of the snook. They're measuring them now. This one's Folks, that's a good size one, 19 inches. That's bigger than the other have been about 12. Choctawhatchee Bay is going to be a hotbed for snook fishing next spring and summer. Speaking of Jeff Carroll up there in Prosperity, talking about measuring for redfish, the funny way he put it, all the money we spend and how few times we get to enjoy it, and then you have an epic battle and land this nice redfish, and you have to throw him back. Look at the side, look at it, I'm zooming in, okay? That's 28 on the right, so it's a little bit, about a half inch at the top of the tail. The bottom of the tail is okay, but man, is that close or what? Derek Stokes, this was good. This is first tree stand me and my granddaddy hunted in almost 20 years ago. And so still, he just saw it and it brought him to tears. He took his kid out there to see it. That's good. It brings back good memories, I know. Holmes Creek. We don't talk enough about Holmes Creek, how beautiful Holmes Creek is. Okay. How about Tarpon Rock Seafood? We're going to be giving away some of this seafood today. And there's a friendly, helpful Clay and Kenny and the other guys. They're just good folks down there. Thanks Greg Abrams and the Abrams family for doing this. Okay, 2 weeks away, but if you want to go put it on the calendar, the St. Joe State Park is going to be open for a hike it'll be from 10 a.m. to 12. And that'll be really nice. It'll be the first hike they really had in a while. Billy Grantham sent this at Sneads High School. This is their fishing club. They met on Saturday for a little fishing fun. Don't have the kids' names, but girls and boys right there. Now that's cool. Good job. Billy, I know you're supporting it. This is, folks, last year I quail hunted this place, and they're just starting these quail hunts. A lot of y'all asked me about, being able to go on a quail hunt. Here it is right here, folks. This is in Bluntstown, right north of town. If you remember, I hunted it. This is just like, it's a plantation-style quail hunting in North Florida. First time they're doing this as a plantation style. It's a beautiful place to hunt. Go ahead and book your hunt. That's a number right there. And it's right there. Man, I promise you, you will enjoy. If you like quail hunting, you will love going that hunt right there. And we'll try to get the folks down. Good folks up there. It's the old Trammell plantation up there. Talking about that north wind, this in North Bay, this boat right here broke the anchor line in that north wind and crashed up on those rocks. And it happens more often than we realize. Folks don't realize how strong that wind comes in. Okay, let's end on this one. Jim Lawson, my buddy, he wanted me to put this on the outdoor show. If you really want to go camping in style. Okay, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I have some good news to share with you. I've been a lot of messages and people call and ask about these shirts and caps and all. So look at this email. I got this text right here, this email on my Panhandle Outdoors page from Paul Brinkhoff's message. Good evening. Is there a place to buy a Panhandle Outdoors shirt? Thank you. Well, Paul, here it is. Gail and I just a day or 2 days ago, we took our shirts down to Weewall Wiggler Bait and Tackle. We took all of our shirts down there. They're going to be gracious enough to distribute them down there. They're going to sell them there. And the big thing about this, first of all, a lot of y'all ask about them, it gives you a way to go get them. It just didn't work out with our mail order and all that because we just didn't have time to do it. So now you can go down there and they'll have them all sorted by size, all different colors, all different styles. We haven't taken the caps yet. We've got to order some more of those. They go pretty fast. But anyway, really the best thing of all of this is that the proceeds from these shirt sales and cap sales, this money goes to the Outdoor Education Scholarship Fund to provide outdoor education scholarships for kids here in Bay County. Now Franklin County has one, so we're going to give them a scholarship. South Walton to Walton County. These schools that have these outdoor education programs, we feel very strong about supporting them. So that's where we're going to, that's where that money goes. I don't get any of it, and Gail don't, and we've all Wickler's not going to get any. It's very gracious of them to do this. So we appreciate Richard Lawrence, his mom and dad, for doing this. So, but anyway, while I was down there, look, right in front of the store, he had a big old trailer load of corn, and it's hard to find corn. There it is, right there. And look how much he sold the last couple of weeks, and it's good corn. Look at there, good corn. So, he's got so many different things inside of there. Okay, I mean, all kind of tackle stuff. He's got shells. In fact, I bought 3 little boxes of short. The 22 cartridges, the short ones, they're hard to find. And I use them pretty regular. Okay, so go by and see them. Move on quickly. This is what I was talking about. Actually, it's closed now. Closed for fishing. The Panama City Beach Pier. The Iron Man is this weekend, but you know, and I can understand it. We're sharing it. So, and we can still go visit the county pier for fishing. So be aware, it'll be closed till Saturday. Till tomorrow, okay? And let's see, let me see, I got one more, I believe. Okay, we're gonna talk more about this next week. FWC has this Florida vessel turn-in program. If you vessels out there in the water and you just gonna give up on it, I'm talking about, you know, like storm wrecked it or something, they now have like a grant, and you can get in touch with them and fill out a form, and they will actually remove it for you and you know, dispose of it instead of you having food with it. So that's good. They've been working on that. Like I say, Travis is going to be coming on next week, and we'll talk more about that. Now, I want to talk a minute about, you know, I've been reflecting a lot as it gets toward the end of the year. I always reflect on the year and all. Here it is, November. I've reflected back a lot on Panhandle Outdoors and different things, and what it does, it reflects our culture. And I have a deep appreciation of it. I just want to share some things with you. When I had Pat Bryan on yesterday with the squirrel hunt and the big tournament he's having, the snake aversion, and all the different things that we're able to show you as a viewer. I know a lot of y'all have a deep appreciation of seeing this, and we have such a unique culture. It's been going on for generations. Yet, if you haven't been here for generations yet, you're still part of it and participating with it. I wrote down some notes last night. It's unique, our heritage here in the Florida Panhandle, the things we're able to do. You know, talk about start out in the Gulf of Mexico, just work your way in on fishing, offshore, nearshore, inshore, feeder creeks, rivers, and ponds, and lakes. We're going to do it all right here. And then on the hunting, every kind of hunting you want to do, maybe except for goose. Well, goose up in Lake Seminole. I mean, I can't find something you can't do here in Florida Panhandle. And for so many generations, people have done this, and I just, at times it's a challenge to put a show together every morning, and I get great help from Gail and Jeff, and great encouragement from y'all on the positive notes. So I just want to, it's a one-of-a-kind area. I know different parts of the country have their unique ability to do outdoor things, like Louisiana. I mean, look at what they do and all, and the Alabama deer hunts, and maybe Missouri deer hunt, different things. But right here, we can do so many things at one time, and I'm just very thankful of it. I'm very appreciative of being able to do that, and I have a deep burning desire to pass it on to our future generations, and like y'all have talked to me too. And I thank God every time I go out and outdoors about the gift He's given us and our willingness to and want to take care of it. So I just had an urge this week to share that with you at the close of the week. I appreciate the support y'all all give us on the show, the support of our sponsors, and we're doing, all this show is about is just doing good things and sharing good news for each other. So anyway, I just wanted to, I feel like I'm telling my class on Friday about all the things I want them doing outdoors in their lifetime. So I just, again, appreciate your support and want to continue doing this. And like I say, we want to just pass it on. Okay, with that being said, talking about passing it on, and I want to end with this. It's the culture, the outdoor culture we have here in the Panhandle that I'm just so proud of. The heritage and, like the boat building. 100 years ago, they were building those boats in the same spot that the Cerny family launched that Coast Guard this week, the Coast Guard a week ago today. the Coast Guard cutter. So anyway, I think you understand what I'm talking about. Now let's go ahead again, giving away seafood. Back in the Depression, in the 1930s, these fishermen would go out and catch a boatload of fish, and people back then were too proud for a handout. And what they would do, they would sell what they could. They would give some away to their neighbors and family, and they would always leave a couple of baskets and what is left over on the dock overnight. They'd go home, and everybody would go home, and some families would come out there because they were embarrassed to have to get that kind of help and get those fish out of the basket. But that's how we've been giving for so many years and all. So here's an extension of it right here. Okay, $20 gift certificate. I'll start telling these stories, time flies by. The winner from Port St. Joe, Rob Haney. Okay, and a big breast snapper. All the way from Youngstown, Pearl Vibe, Ralph and Pearl. I've been long-time viewers of Pearl. You get Ralph to cook you that big breast snapper this weekend. All right, we're going to take a break and come back with our famous Friday fishing forecast. Welcome back, and welcome to our famous Friday fishing forecast, brought to us by our good friends at Jessica Lean Financial Group right up there, Insurance and Financial Group right there in Lynn Haven, and Hammer Down with Matt Andrews, Hammer Down Roofing. So we appreciate their sponsorship. Give them a call. We're looking at, I was putting it together last night. The first thing I wrote down was the lakes. We're going to start off with the lakes here in the Panhandle. It's going to bounce around, but I really want to talk about there's a lot going on in November in our Lake Seminole, Lake Talquin. In Lake Talquin, what happens, that water temperature, the guides call it flipping. The warmer water up top, it'll flip around the cold water. Some of that cold water come up the top and start bringing more oxygen, and it all gets mixed up. And the bass really get moving, and the crappie in Lake Talquin, starting November, December, and January. A lot of good fishing there, especially at the beginning in November. It's one of the best months they'll have in bass fishing. Same way with Lake Seminole, with the hybrid and the stripers. They really turn it on this time of the year, so keep that in mind. Really good fishing there. Now, inshore, of course, the mullet. You saw the pictures of the mullet. The roe, red roe, like Steve Barnett said, the red roe is showing up and growing up and is really in good shape as far as mullet. J.B. Hillard continues to catch them up there off the Choctawhatchee Bay, upper end of it, around Black Creek. Inshore, first thing I want to say on Choctawhatchee, I never thought I'd be giving this report. Snook fishing is hot in Choctawhatchee Bay. Not really, but just catching any snook over there is just remarkable. And I've had, 3 or 4 different people sending in pictures of the snook they've caught over there. So it's not going to be a hotbed of it, but it's going to be good. But really the trout fishing, I'm going to talk about it in all of our bay systems. Right now, with the water temperature dropping like that, it dropped 3 degrees this week, the trout really start moving around. So I wrote down in St. Andrew Bay, in the bay system here, I talked about the wind blowing those tides out, really strong tides. When that water gets blown out, those trout and the redfish will start hitting those deep holes to get down in there, and because the water's shallow, so they're going to be moving around. So trout fishing is going to be good, and not in all of our bay system really. I wrote down the biggest thing in St. Joe Bay. Going to do the same thing in St. Joe Bay. East Bay is going to be strong. Look at the northern shore of all of our bay systems here. I'll start where I'm at up here. Okay, all these shoreline up here, that's going to be all exposed. Everything north of the bay, all that's going to be exposed. So go over to East Bay, okay, all that north wind is going to be blowing it out. Now, St. Joe Bay, it's going to be really blowing it toward Black's Island, so there'll be some good fishing down there, but again, will be in the holes. The Apalachicola Bay, this time of year, and Bill Allen and I like to really do the upper end of the Apalachicola Bay right in here. There's so many places, and we talk about it, so many places to go. And we haven't gone there yet, but the St. Mark's area, and as cold snaps come in, it's not quite cold enough yet, but that's going to be the places we'll be targeting. Surf fishing, there was a good run, one quick, some of the locals said it's probably the last run they'll have on the west end in our viewing area, Navarre, all the way down to Seagrove Beach this past week, right before right as the weather was breaking, started getting really cold, that run came through. So this weekend, I would, if I was going to go, I would hit toward the St. George Island, because the Cape area should have some in it, and especially St. George Island on the surf fishing. The big thing on surf fishing, you're getting ready to. We have the whiting, and that's a winter fish, and that's one of my favorite fish to eat. So that's going to be available soon. The best time of year to surf fish is now because not many people are out there. I was able to get out there a couple of hours last week. Didn't have much luck, but man, we just had a good time just sort of catching a breath sitting there. Okay, so let's get back to freshwater because I really want to go back over the lakes again. Lake Chalcon and Lake Seminole are really going to get active. If you don't know how to fish it, there are guides up there, just like we have inshore guides here in Choctawhatchee and Apalachicola and here locally. There are guides up in Lake Chalcon and guides up in Lake Seminole, and go ahead and book a trip with them if you can. Those make good Christmas presents too, to give a trip on any one of those right there. Keep in mind our rivers are low. We really want to be careful if you're out there, really upper end of the Choctawhatchee, you can't even maneuver in it, they say, unless you have a small boat to get out. But the Apalachicola 1.5, it's been like 1.5 most of this week. It has been almost all week long, and we don't see any relief from it. So be aware the rivers are low, but there's going to be some good fishing on the lower end of the Apalachicola. There should be some really good fishing. Catfishing should be excellent this weekend. If we get a chance to get out, set up some trot lines, to get up in those sloughs, I know it'll be good. So I'm going to start wrapping it up. It's been a good week. It's been a unique week with our video on the snake aversion clinic up there in Whigham, and then having Pat Bryant here with the squirrel tournament coming up. So you can only see that kind of stuff here on America's only daily outdoor TV show. We're proud to bring it to you. So stay tuned next week. We have some special guests coming in, some video coming up, all kind of interesting stuff. So you have a great weekend. Get outdoors and enjoy the outdoors. Share it with someone else. Go hiking. Just get out there. Take some pictures, whatever. So have a great weekend. Enjoy our beautiful outdoors. Let's take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.